Alright, I just wanted to make a quick update video on sort of my opinions of the game after finishing all the quests and all the monolith of Fate alternate like timelines and unlocking like level 100 versions. My character is level 86. I was about 84, maybe 83 when I finished the final sort of monolith. And then after that, I mean, even when you start the monolith of Fate pathways, that's kind of the end game already. But then it like just keeps going. It's like just unlocks like, oh, now it's like you can do level 100 and you can increase the power level of enemies like consistently. This is my like final build. Let me just turn off this public chat. It's annoying that it's not like permanently off. This is what I ended up with. I'm still like not really sure about my 5th skill. I ended up with Judgment, which is this. It gives you a little like aura for a little bit that increases damage. As you can see, my damage is quite high. This scales up as I like proc everything, so that's not my like max damage. It's almost like 50k damage per second, and I went with like a fire build mostly, and it's been working, right? Like I'm spinning and things die. It's like a lawnmower build, just cut things down. I'll run a few like riffs just to show it. Overall, I really enjoyed the game. I think it's really cool. I'm getting bored now because it's basically just a gear grind like action RPGs generally are. But I've kind of just tried to stack fire damage as much as possible, attack speed. That's why I'm using dual wield. I found that attack speed is, in my opinion, better than, with this build specifically, it's better within crit chance and crit damage. So I'm actually using this where I can't crit. I don't know if it's just a bug, but whenever I tried to like focus on sort of like crit chance and damage, my DPS went down and I could like noticeably like feel it, like that enemies like took longer to kill and stuff, which yeah, I don't know. So I'm just gonna go just kind of show all my skills. It's all about fire damage mostly. And then I'm using Smite to blink to things. Okay, so I'm just going to do like this. I'm going to do the level 91 because I'm only level 86. I felt I can do the level 100 ones, but even with like a ton of resistances, things can like one-shot me. So I think my HP is too low. So I need to try focus a little bit more on HP, maybe bring up my vitality or something. I do have 23 vitality, but honestly I feel like my damage is too high. So I could probably cut some of my damage down and try focus more on like survivability. Maybe up this. Still leveling. I've started leveling the Void spec. I've ignored this spec like completely. The Forge Guard or whatever. Yeah, anyway, let's just go. Let's do a random one. But like, I was doing like a physical type build, but I found that my damage started like really like struggling, and then I was just like, ugh, let me try something different. And then I ended up with like the fire bolt. And this is basically it. You just like spin. Sometimes you do this to add like extra damage. You can proc like some extra things. But as you can see, it like cruises through. You can definitely finish the game. Like if you just want to like finish all of the like the content and stuff, you can definitely do that with this build. And there were some stuff where I was struggling, but like I said, it's because I think my HP is too low. The enemies in the game, like especially the bosses, they hit really hard. So it's like even with full resistances and if you don't have a lot of HP, it could also be that my armor is too low. Maybe my endurance threshold might be too low. I'm just gonna ignore all this stuff. I don't need like any glyphs and stuff. I did make a new character, Necromancer, just to try it out. Because like I said, I've gotten bored now that I've kind of done all the storyline stuff. I can still do, there's like arena, there's in-game stuff you can do, but I'm not the in-game type of person, generally. Because I get bored if I feel like progression has like come to like a standstill. And it's basically come to like a standstill now. The only thing I'm grinding now is like a level, like it's taking me so long to like level up. I saw arena as a good way to level up. So I could do that if I really wanted to. But personally, I'd rather just make a new character, which I've done. I've made a Necromancer. I'm trying to like just make as many like summon sort of things. Here's one of these. You can see like how fast you can kind of cruise through these things. So I don't think I need as much damage as I do have. So I could definitely... But you could see it there, like, I'm not struggling with the level 90 ones at all. But I am struggling with the level 100 ones. Let me actually see, how do I change this to level 100? Maybe I have to leave. Let me go to a previous area, to one of the previous ones, see if I can do a level 100 one. I'll show you what I mean. See, I've died here, like at this one. It's like, I can do the level 100 ones, but any like little mistake like has a chance of killing me. And it's like, I feel like judgment doesn't work. When I do these like level 100 ones, I feel like I have to keep spinning. If I stop spinning, see, I'm still killing them like very easily. But I take tons of damage, so it's like I really have to try and avoid like the big spell sort of damage. I'm just gonna leave all this stuff now that because I'm recording. Curious to see. Oh, I got stuck on the environment there. I've noticed that's happened sometimes. I've died a few times where I've literally like just get stuck on the environment. See, like see how quickly I'm like dying now from these like spells and stuff. Oof, actually died. And I mean that was from lightning damage, and I think, look, I've got like 62% lightning resistance. So I'm not sure if it's an endurance thing that I need to try to take up, so I take like much less damage. It could be an armor thing. Maybe my armor's too low, because like this only gives me like 5 armor, but I'm focusing on the damage. So I could probably replace this helmet with something that gives me more armor. But that's why I'm not doing the level 100 ones. I think if I just change my gear a little bit, I'd be able to do it. And also if I change my passives a little bit. So I think overall the build's really good. And the game's, like I said, the game's good. I've played it for the whole week. And I think I've got about 60 hours, maybe 65 hours. And that's kind of how long it took me to finish like all the sort of story stuff. Because it like scales up, right? Like each one of these, it starts at like 58 and then it goes to like 62, 66. And I think when I got here, I was level 60, maybe a bit lower, maybe like 59 or something. And like this has leveled me up to 86, like just doing these. And like I could do these level 90 ones from like 82 or something already. So it's like, the build definitely works. It definitely allows me to it finish the game. So if that's like your goal, I think this build's pretty good. But I don't really want to make a build video. It's mostly just to talk about the game. I think overall the game's really good. It has like enough content, and they're probably going to add content. There is glitches and things that are very frustrating still, like to deal with. But it's like mostly it's mostly issues when you try and avoid damage. And you end up dying because you get stuck on the environment or something. Like I find, like a lot of times my guy would I would go upstairs, would do like almost like a rubber banding, and I did like actually report it to them to. But there's like other skills, like my brother is playing as a lich or whatever, and he says every time sometimes when he untransforms from the wraith form, his character just stands there and he can't like move around. It's like he's stuck, and then he dies because of that. And it's like stuff like that. And also it makes him invisible sometimes when he goes out, so then it's like you can't see his character where he is. So it's like random glitches like that are kind of game breaking in a way, which probably like is something that need to fix, because it's like it does cause a lot of frustration in if you like doing like a high level run. And also the way that when you die you get kicked out of these things, right? And it's the same for the dungeons. So having a smooth like what's this? Echoes completed. Right. So you can actually reset these things. Oh no, wait, these are echoes, man. Yeah. I've only done like one level 100 one. Because I was like feeling frustrated because it's like I keep getting one shot. If the stakes are so high where you get kicked out of the thing completely when you die, then I feel like the movement and stuff needs to be perfect. Because if you get stuck on an environment, like this is just a bad example, but there's like random like boulders and shit, like sometimes like this type of thing would be you could get like stuck on it. And then there's so much crap on the screen that you don't see it, and then you go into it and you get stuck on it and then you die because there's like a beam across the screen or something. And I think that's a problem they need to fix, because that's going to cause a lot of like people to rage quit. So that brings the game down a little bit, like probably to like 9 out of 10, maybe 8 out of 10. Just all the glitches and stuff I think is kind of an issue at the moment. And then also their servers are still an issue. During the week, like the weekdays I didn't have any lag. I could play like for fine. But as soon as Friday hit, I kept getting like DCs and stuff. I kept getting massive like lag spikes where I would like rubber band and stuff like that. So they're still having like server issues, which is I think a problem. They need to try fix that, because most people want to play online. It's very like I think rare for people to want to play offline, because a lot of people want to play with their like friends and stuff, or they just literally want to be able to trade, right? I suggest joining the Merchants Guild, because if you join the other faction, you can't trade at all. You can't trade with like people in your party and stuff. I think that's like a weird I'm assuming they made this for people that literally just want to solo. But it's so strange to me that I can't, like, I don't really want to use like the auction house and stuff, but I want to be able to trade with, like, if I pick up stuff for, because look, I've got so much shit, right? I want to be able to like trade this crap to my like my brother or something, or with my other characters. But you share stash with your characters. So I have been able to just take out items. These says trade, but honestly, I just kept I keep every random unique and set item, and I've got a ton of keys and stuff. I think the game only has like 3 dungeons, and then it also has the arena that you can do, but it has all these like... So there's like a lot of stuff I can still do. Like I definitely like the game has a lot of like replayability and stuff. But yeah, for me, I'd rather just make a new character. I'm still gonna play with this character when I feel like it, but at the moment I've gotten bored of like just grinding kind of like levels. Like it's taking me very long to just reach the next level, and for like just 1 point, it feels so like kind of shitty. Your max level for your skills is level 20. Mine's 21 because I'm getting +1 to all my sentinel skills, and that actually gives you more points. I didn't know that until I used this item, and then I was like, oh, I've got 21 points now. That's cool. So I just put it in a random, like, I can't remember where I put it. I think I put it in the movement thing. Yeah, so overall, game's great. Try out this build, I think it's really cool. Playing with a paladin and fire whirlwind or whatever. And I still think the game's really cool. I think it'll get better as it goes along, as they like add more like content and stuff. At the moment, the story feels like... I don't know if there's like some hidden final boss or something, but it does feel like... how do I say it? Like it feels like incomplete. Like the story just randomly ends, and then you in this like end of time, like sort of split paths like place. And it's cool. You do fight like random bosses here that you didn't fight throughout the sort of base game up to this point. So that was cool so they could literally add more of these things, and that would probably just add more to the game already, because they could add like more bosses and stuff like that in alternate timelines. I am disappointed that they didn't use the ancient era more. I think you only go to the ancient era like 3 times, and it's like just small like little rooms, right? Maybe not even 3 times. Oh no, it is there and there, and it's like just literally one room, and then that's it. I was like disappointed that I was hoping they would like this whole area feels like so unexplored to me. They could add like so much in the ancient era, I think. So the main game basically focuses on these 3, and then the end game kind of focuses on the end of time. Yeah, so that's basically like it. I think that's a missed opportunity not to use the ancient era as much. Like it feels kind of like this was just added like later on or something. Like it wasn't part of the base game initially. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it feels like. Yeah, anyway, cool. Shot. Thanks a lot for watching. Yeah, hopefully there's something I said that makes sense or is helpful, and yeah, check you on the next one. Shot and cheers.